Boys and girls, in this video, I'm going to share with you 10 things which have dramatically improved my life. Now, why should you actually give a fuck about what I have to say? Well, I'm 21 years old. I have been able to make over $10,000 a month completely online. I've been able to relocate from Australia to Southeast Asia and travel. I've been able to start documenting my journey on personal branding, start my own business, and also as well in sport, I've been able to win multiple personal trophies and team trophies. So at 21 years old, in the money aspect, in the travel experiences, and I guess winning and success aspect, I've done a little bit. So that is why you should listen to me. Now, number one is starting to read and self-educate. Prior to August 2022, the last time I read a book was when I was probably in like year 4, and I come across a book called The Barefoot Investor. So it's like a personal finance book. I didn't really apply any of it besides how to actually budget and save money, but that there was the start of me going on my little rabbit hole of educating myself on personal finance, on emotional intelligence, on all this stuff here, which has contributed to me being able to have the life I do now and the life I'm going to have in the future. So actually starting to read and educate myself from real world people who had the results I was looking for dramatically changed the, I guess, trajectory of my life. Prior to that, I was in university studying a business degree from business professors that had never run a business, believe it or not. And once I started to self-educate on personal finance, on how to build wealth, on how to build businesses, on emotional intelligence, that's when I realized, well, all this university traditional system bullshit is all bullshit. So changed my life, and I recommend anyone out there who's not sure on what they want to do, what path they're on. If you start reading and self-educating on personal finance, on all this stuff here, you will find direction and you will actually find information on how to do it. Number 2, working out and prioritizing my fitness. Now, I've been doing this my whole life naturally because I do play soccer, and I am playing semi-professional soccer. To get to this point where I can play at this level, I had to play my whole childhood, teenage years, now early adult years as well. So this here was something I naturally did growing up, and I was always fit and always the fast kid in school, whatever the fuck you want to call it. But prioritizing actually fitness and physique and building muscle and stuff like that was something I started doing when I was like 14. So didn't really know what I was doing for the first couple of years, but this instilled a lot of confidence in me. You know, when I was 15, 16, I had decent sized biceps because that's what I used to train, and that gave me a lot of confidence. Now, obviously, over the last 5 years, I know what I'm doing in the gym, how to train, how to build muscle, what periods of the year to do certain things with soccer as well. And that's instilled a lot of confidence in myself from a physical perspective, given me a lot of fulfillment. You don't really enjoy training, do you? So once you've done the hard work, it does feel good. It's masculine. It's something as well that I think other men respect when they can see a guy who's in shape, he's fit. It clearly shows discipline and all that sort of stuff, and that's something that's helped me. Number 3, learning financial literacy. So how to actually manage your money, how to invest, how to actually build wealth. Now, 2 years ago, I had zero idea about money. I had no idea about investing, any of this stuff. I come from a very, very, very typical family where it's normal 9 to 5, you pay your mortgage off as quick as possible, you work as hard as possible, you have your holiday here, and that's it. Now, learning this stuff through educating myself in books, this comes from, changed my world, okay? I'm not wealthy yet, okay? I'm not rich yet. That's why I'm living in a $1,500 a month condo in Thailand right now. But it changed my world because I know the exact path, I know the mindset, I know the belief system to actually becoming wealthy, and I'm now on my path to becoming wealthy in the future. And it gave me a sense of purpose and something I'm looking to achieve. Because prior to that, like, I was in uni, I was just kind of floating about, playing soccer, I had purpose there, but didn't really know where I wanted to end up and didn't really know how to end up where I wanted to if I actually did find that. So learning this gave me a lot of purpose, gave me a lot of direction and clarity in what I'm actually looking to achieve and why I'm looking to achieve it, and then ultimately how I'm going to achieve it. So yes, I'm 21 now. I've made videos on this on my YouTube channel. I know I will be wealthy. I know I'm going to have loads of money, and I know exactly how I'm going to do it. And that's because I learned about personal finance and how to build wealth. Number 4, learning sales and the ability to actually influence people to making commitments to change via me and our conversation. And what commitment to change means is them giving me money. Now, this has been a very tough skill to learn. It's not as easy as it may seem when you watch someone on a sales call closing someone, or if 6 months ago me or 8 months ago me was to watch myself close a sales call now, it may look a little bit easy, but it's not. So learning this skill set has given me a lot of confidence in communication, business as a whole. I know that I could go into any business now and I can sell, so I wouldn't have a problem with getting clients in the door. And it's just an awesome skill to have, especially if you're on the path similar to me where you want to build wealth, you want to have businesses, you want to be loaded. Well, the skill of sales and getting people and influencing people to give you their money is a massive skill that is needed. So yeah, it's helped in more ways than one, but especially in business, that's the cornerstone of any business is sales. So yeah, definitely recommend you learn it. Number 5 kind of ties into the last one, but actually learning about business. So sales is obviously a key skill within business, but learning other pillars within business like marketing, like fulfillment, like teams and operations, systems, etc. Now, I'm not an expert in these fields because I haven't run a successful business yet, but learning about this has given me a lot of clarity in what I want to do and the path I do need to take in order to build my successful business in the future. And what I've learned about business is there's kind of 5 pillars to it. It does seem a little bit confusing before you learn about this stuff, and it's a little bit all over the place. But what I've learned is there's marketing, there's sales, there's fulfillment. That's 3 things. And then from an operations perspective, there's the money side of stuff, and then there's the teams and operations side of stuff. That's kind of the 5 pillars I see business in. I have the skill of marketing, I have the skill of sales. I haven't actually, it depends what area we're talking about. I would have the skill of fulfillment depending on what business model. If it's in education, most definitely I could. But yeah, there's 5 pillars to it. Learning that has kind of given me clarity on what I need to do in order to build a successful business in the future, so I can increase my income to build wealth, etc., etc. So learn business, learn sales, learn personal finance, going back to my first points. Number 6 is studying Stoicism. So this is pretty much just emotional intelligence. And then also as well, which they're kind of different points, but they tie in together, also understanding the power of your mind and your mindset. Now, I know that sounds a little bit woo-woo and a little bit crazy, the mindset stuff, and I used to think the same thing. It wasn't until about 4 months ago that I had a sales manager for the company I work with who's really into the power of your mind and mindset and subconscious mind and conscious mind, all this type of stuff here. I don't actually understand it to a T yet, but to the level I do understand it, it made me have massive changes in my life from a sales perspective and soccer perspective. What I've pretty much learned with mindset is you can pretty much, it's not lying to yourself, but I'm going to say it like that so it's easy to understand. You can lie to yourself so that something becomes true, essentially. So before I was the best salesperson on my team, I told myself I was the best, okay? And I kept telling myself it until it became true. And I genuinely believed it. With soccer, sometimes before games, I would tell myself certain things that would then, and I would say it with genuine conviction. I would envision it in my mind and believe it in my mind before it ever actually happened in reality. And then guess what? During that game, it actually happened. So it's a little bit woo-woo, and I'm not going to go too much into it because I don't understand the topic completely, but the power of your mind and your subconscious mind is incredibly important. And then going back to Stoicism as well, Stoicism is incredible for an emotional intelligence perspective. Just needing to understand that the work needs to be done and regulating your emotions, and especially as a man and a masculine figure. I used to think growing up acting out and being angry and emotional was part of being masculine because you're scary and all this type of stuff. What I come to learn is if you can actually control your emotions and regulate them and be not so up down, rather, and instead of being up down, you're more regulated, and like the highs aren't as high and the lows aren't low, but you can make educated decisions without emotion in all circumstances. That's come to serve me extremely well over the last 1.5 years with soccer and with business as well. Learn Stoicism, educate yourself on it, and also highly recommend educate yourself on the power of your subconscious mind and your mindset and how you view the world and your beliefs and how that will shape your reality. Number 7, I think we're up to now, only associating people who are on the same journey as me. Now, this may sound kind of fucked up to kind of leave people behind and stuff, but I've found positivity in it and it's helped me. There are people in my life that I don't really talk to anymore, and it's because they're not on the same path as me. They're happy doing drugs on the weekend, drinking every weekend, have no sense of purpose, working a job they don't enjoy, and they're happy with it. And I don't want that around me. I only want people around me who are going to either support me and help me get to where I want to go, or who are on the same mission as me or ahead of me that are going to the same place I'm going as well. And what this has helped me to do when I've been very strict with this is cut out negative people in my life that have those limiting beliefs, that don't want to do these things I'm doing. And then it's also helped me to get around positive people that are doing the same thing I'm doing. So 12 months ago, I had no one really that was on the same path as me. 12 months later, now I'm in Thailand. I've been able to have dinners with people who only want to talk about sales, business, building out their own offers, building wealth, etc., etc. And yeah, It served massively in my own self-development and helping me get to where I want to go and stop me from being around other people who are going to hold me back from getting to where I want to go. Number 8, documenting my life on YouTube for the last 10-ish months and now Instagram as well for the last month or so. Selfishly, it's good to look back on and watch some older videos of me 10, 9, 8 months ago when I was a little bit, not lost, but finding my way and trying to understand business and entrepreneurship and sales and stuff. It's good to look back on, but then also as well, more importantly, I don't even have my own offer. I don't have anything built out to sell to people with my personal brand, but there are people who constantly message me saying how I've inspired them to do something, or they want to do the same thing I've doing, or they've been interested in it, but never known where to start and stuff. And I've been able to help them. So that's been awesome. Obviously my personal brand is at like 340 subscribers now. My Instagram's like 1,700 followers. Not too many people I've been able to impact yet, but for the small people that do follow me, I've been able to have a positive impact on them. And that is why I continue to do these videos, so I can get more and more subscribers and more people who can positively make change in their life the same way I have been able to as well. Number 9, traveling. So I've been able to live in the USA for 6 months. I've been able to travel to Bali a few times, not for anything productive, but more for holidays. Vietnam, I was there for a few weeks, a couple of weeks ago, and now I've been in Thailand for a week and a half. Now, I don't think I've seen the full impact of traveling yet, but what I do know is every time I've traveled and gone to a new location, it has opened my mind to what is possible and what I actually want to create in this world. Every single time I've traveled, I've matured quicker than what I would have staying in my hometown. I've learned new things quicker, and I've opened my mind to what is possible. I've killed limiting beliefs and truly understood the reality that I actually want to live. So from the USA, I took learnings after that 6 months and the maturity back into my home life in Australia, which then let me create the life I actually wanted to create at that point in time. Then going to Bali for holiday last year put me on a new direction. Going to Vietnam made me realize how much of the life I do want to live like this and how I cannot accept anything else. Thailand now, having rooftop dinners and bars and drinks with mates and stuff with beautiful views, and the luxury I get to live now, like in this apartment building I'm talking, not my room, it's not too luxury, but seeing this here and traveling will completely reshape and recalibrate your mind into believing a different way of reality and having a complete set of desires in your life, which is more aligned with where you want to go. Hopefully that made sense. And then last but not least, number 10, I'm still working on this, but not giving a fuck what people think of me. So for example, and then last but not least as well, I'm not perfect at this yet, but I'm still learning it. It's not giving a fuck what people think about you. For me to get to where I want to go, okay, I need to become present on social media. To build my businesses, I need to get good at social media and get a following on social media. Now, for me to get to that point where I am good, I have to get past the part where I'm not good, okay? And in this part here, it's uncomfortable that you're worried about what people think of you, what they might say about you at home or at soccer, whatever the fuck it is, okay? The earlier you can not give a fuck about people's opinions and just do what is true to you and your purpose and where you're going to go and the vision that you're trying to build into reality, the quicker you can get to your desired reality, okay? Having that fear there of what people think about you is only going to hold you back, and that's what I've come to learn. And it is simply a limiting belief. Okay, that's all it is. And guess what? People don't actually really give a fuck about you as much as you think they do. And if they do, we're all going to be dead in 100 years anyway, so who gives a fuck? You may as well go make the most of your life and try achieve what you want to achieve in life so you can have the outcomes you're looking for to help the people you want to help and live the life you want to live. Okay, so stop giving a fuck about what people think about you. If you're worried about starting a business, starting a personal brand, starting sales, trying to make money online, going to the gym, learn how to fight, whatever the fuck it is, people don't really give a fuck. And if they do, we're all going to be dead soon anyway, so who gives a shit, just do it. So that has been 10 things which have dramatically improved my life over the last predominantly 2 years, but I guess with fitness and all that type of stuff, it's been more over like the last 5-6 years. And these things here have put me on the path to where I want to go, which is better locations, not living in Australia, financial success, etc., etc. And I'm not there yet, but they will get me there. And there will be more stuff along the way that I do learn as well, which I will share with you as well. That has been the video. I hope you have enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one.